The purpose of this video is to provide a training aid for CAAs on how to look up tasks in EUA. For additional training aids, visit the CMS EUA Documentation Repository in EUA. If you have questions or concerns outside of the parameters of this video, please contact the CMS IT Service Desk. In this video, you will learn how to look up tasks in EUA to see the status of a transaction for any user, see examples of common status types, learn how to view details about a request, and learn how to respond to a request for more information. To look up tasks that any user has submitted to see the status of the transaction, first log into EUA. Under Account Management, select View User Activity. The View User Activity Select User screen will appear. Enter the user ID and select Search. By default, the top item will be selected. Select the user you are looking for. Click Select. The View User Activity screen will appear. The View User screen will have 3 tabs. Each tab allows you to view activity performed on this user, activity initiated by this user, and workflow approvals by this user. Select the tab for the type of search you would like to perform. Click on Search Tasks. The search screen will appear. Enter in the search criteria that you would like to view. If you want to view all current requests, uncheck the Submitted Between Month, Day, Year box. Leave all other fields empty and make sure all checkboxes are unchecked. If the request was completed more than 2 weeks ago, you may need to check the box to the left of Search Archive of Submitted Task. When you have entered in the desired criteria, select Search. This will pull up your submitted tasks that meet the criteria entered on the previous screen. To view more information, click on the pencil view icon to the left of the request. This will take you to the Modify My Job Codes Task Details screen, where you can see additional information regarding the request, including task status, task history, and included events. Some status examples you may see include rejected, failed, completed, and in progress. Note that if you see the message, "There was no default workflow process mapped to this event," your request is still being processed. If the request was rejected, you can see who rejected it. If the request failed, you can see the reason why it failed. If the request is completed, you can see that confirmation. In progress is a general term that applies to an EUA request that is being routed through the approval process. Unless a request has been assigned a specific status, such as rejected, failed, or completed, it can be classified as in progress. There isn't a specific way a request in progress is supposed to look. Here is one example of a request showing the approval task assigned to the user's first approver who has not approved it yet. In this example, the user's first approver has approved the request and the task has progressed to the business owner where it is pending their action. If you would like to see additional examples of common messages found in EUA transactions for tasks, check out Section 5, Explanation of EUA Messages of the CAA Guide. Under Included Events, select the pencil icon next to an event name to dive deeper and learn more detailed information about that particular event. This will take you to a page that includes the event history. The event history shows every transaction that has taken place to process that single event for your request, including automated tasks. Many automated tasks fill the table, which can make it feel overwhelming. Automated tasks may say Send Email, Policy Express, or Task Session. By looking at the other rows in the table, you will find the most relevant events related to your task. Please note that by default, the oldest events appear at the top of the table and the newest events appear at the bottom of the table. You can resort the table by selecting the arrow next to the time heading of your table. To return to the previous Modify My Job Codes Task Details screen, select Close. To return to the initial View My Submitted Tasks screen, select Close. While a request is in progress, the request may be returned for modification when an approver requires additional justification or information. The approver will include a message in the description field. To respond to a request for more information, go to the EUA home screen. If you have any task that requires you to review and provide more information, it will appear at the top of the EUA home screen rather than be part of an in-progress request. Select the event name. This will take you to the Clarify Manage Job Code screen. Under Clarify Request, enter in the justification, taking into account the approver's question or comment in the Additional Information field. When you are done, select Return. The updated request will automatically be sent to the approver, who will then evaluate and respond accordingly. Thank you for watching. This video has concluded.